you got the right equipment, that gonna tune me right.
Be sure to check out CarAudioConnect.com and shop BASSWITHKEV.com for top car audio brands. I appreciate your support. Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another video. I'm just sitting here editing video from Made of Steel show at the moment, but I'm trying to get the lighting right. I tried to put like a little thing up to block the light right there, but I don't think it's really working. But hopefully it's alright with y'all. But what I'm doing on this content right here, this video will probably be out before I put the content. As far as the shows go, like if I don't get a demo, I get a walk around of the video of the build. I'll probably just put that all in one, so that way you won't get a lot of short videos. As far as how I'm trying to say this, as far as like from the shows where you get like a 30-second video, because I didn't really get anything but a walk around of the video or the demo of the build, because the person wasn't there or they wasn't demoing. So of course I can't make nobody demo. Y'all already know I always say that. If they don't want to do it, or they seem like they don't want to, whatever the case is, that I just roll what I can get. So hopefully y'all understand. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just going through there and trying to get this knocked out. But I do have the build ready. I haven't really played it that much. I played it a little bit, a couple of videos y'all seen. My first time actually taking it somewhere I can actually play it full tilt or you know, all the way was yesterday when we took it to a park and just to see what it would do. And it did pretty good. Of course, I would rather take it somewhere like that and get all the kinks worked out and see what'll happen once you turn it all the way up and how long I can play it. It was hot outside yesterday. Of course, you know, amp might go into protect when you're playing it when it's hot like that, but I let it cool off and I was back playing. So that's 2 hours worth of playing, so I think I did pretty good. It was something else that happened. With that many subs, stuff will happen most of the time. Like something came loose on the from the sub itself. I can start telling when it's not playing the same because I can hear the difference. So that's you know, of course I had to uninstall a couple of subs and go in there and fix them and then put them back to put the wires back, you know, as far as on the terminals, and then put it back in there and screw it back down. I had to do that to a couple of subs, and other than that, everything was good. Another thing, I said it on the last video. People always say it's out of phase. It's not out of phase. If you do the research and see that most time when you're trying to, with a camera, most cameras, if it's not, I don't know if it's the shutter speed or whatever you call it, but when you're recording, it's trying to focus on multiple things. So 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna look like it's in phase or whatnot. It looks completely different when you actually in the vehicle looking at the subs. They're all moving at the same time. I promise you. If it wasn't, I wouldn't even let it go on. I would just stop it and try to figure out how to fix it. That's the issue with the out of phase thing, because you know I get that every time I put a video up. Every time somebody says it's out of phase, it's out of phase, it's out of phase. No matter how much I tell them this, and how much you look it up online, it's actually, I seen a video like a couple of weeks ago when a guy explained the subwoofer being out of phase, camera issue. He held the camera on the side, he held it in the front. When he held it, I think it was the side. I can't remember if it was the side or not, but when he held it at a certain angle, you could see everything move just fine. And this was just 2 subs. Then he put it another way, they looked like they were out of phase. But once he explained it or whatnot, and then he showed the difference, he was right. And that's what I'm getting. Imagine 24 speakers versus 2. It was doing his with 2. And he was having that look. So, you know, that's what's going on with that. And I had a couple people ask me what shows I'm going to with it. I'm not really for sure yet. I have to get the towing or me driving it to certain places, because it get kind of expensive driving one vehicle. You could easily spend $1,000 on travel but you will spend $1,000 with the gas and room and everything, which that really ain't, may not be a lot of money to some people, but you know, I'm not just going to the show by myself, so well, that's not really the expensive part. It's really the expensive part is the gas and the wear and tear on the vehicle. Most time I take the white truck, which that's usually what I prefer. I can put E85 in it, fill it up with like $70, $80, wherever, depending on where I'm at, and it'll fill it up, and I can go where I'm going. Now, I'm not saying that's the only tank I'm gonna need, because I'm probably gonna need a lot of them. Probably gonna need like at least 3 or 4 tanks, depending on how far I'm going, and I usually do pretty good. But that truck is empty. You know, it doesn't have a system in it, so it's empty compared to the black truck. Of course, I got to work on the suspension. That's not the only reason I didn't take it to Made of Steel, but I got to work on the suspension because I hadn't played it but a few times before Made of Steel, and then I drove it one time before Made of Steel, and when I was driving it, it was bottoming out. Like you could tell it was heavy when it started leaning. You know, you could hear it scrub on the wheels, on the rims. And it's not the rims, it's when the weight shift. Yeah, I kind of feel it a little bit, but either way, you know, I'm gonna have to get that worked out. But I drove it yesterday; it was just fine. But you know, it's all about, I guess, how fast or how slow you go, and how deep you turn. But some stuff you can't really avoid. And like I say, it's a pretty good running vehicle. Excuse me. It's a pretty good running vehicle. It just, I have to just take my time with it. And like I said, I have to bring 2 vehicles because I need to bring my other one because I have most of my other stuff, clothes and merchandise or whatever, camera equipment, all of that stuff in that vehicle. Maybe a 10 or so, or 2, whatever I got, it'll be in that vehicle. So I'm gonna have to take 2 vehicles until I can get a trailer and truck. But I know definitely I've been looking at some trailers, so the truck part I could just rent a truck or pick up a truck that'll do the job pretty easy. But you know, if I did buy the trailer, I could just rent a truck either way. I'd much rather rent the truck than the trailer, because the trailer is not as expensive as the truck. I may not need the truck as often, so I really wouldn't want to just own it just to use it a few times. So I would like to just buy the trailer. So I'm gonna try to find a trailer I can buy, and that way I could already have that, and then I can just rent the truck to take the trailer, and then until I find a truck to buy, and then we'll go from there. So like I said, I can't take it to every show. You know, every show, like I say, I don't make that kind of money on YouTube. Not at all. None of these trips could probably fund, YouTube could fund none of the trips I'm taking, because I don't make enough to do that. You know, now if I was making a couple grand a month on YouTube, then I'd be good. But other than that, nah, not YouTube. I mean, it's cool. It can make you a lot of money. My channel isn't that big, so that's probably the case. You know, and like I say, y'all use them affiliate links and codes to support the channel or whatnot. You know, hit that notification bell and subscribe. You know, maybe we can grow it and be a little bit better. That way, I won't have to take as much out of my pocket and invest in these last 3-4 years out of my own pocket. I could take the money from YouTube or whatever and go from there. You know, and then we can just take that money and hit the road with it and bring it to every show and whatnot, and trailer it, and you know, all that trailer, and it take a lot. You know, those guys with those big bills, I don't see how they do it. You know, it costs a lot of money to keep doing it, and I'm just traveling to the show, and I know if I'm spending close to $1,000 going most long distance shows, a couple of hundred or so to shorter shows, I know they're probably spending $2,000, you know, $3,000. I don't know, you know, depending on the type of vehicle they hauling or how much is in it, and then what type of vehicle, if they're driving a diesel vehicle or whatever they got. But you know, shout out to them guys, man, making it happen. They gotta be spending a lot, you know. So we'll get there, guys. So y'all be patient. We're gonna get it to the shows. Trying to find one. I don't know if I'm gonna take it to Ohio or not. I don't know how that's gonna work out, cause plan on going to Canada or somewhere like that, you know, after the fact or before. So if I can go to the show, then I hit Canada, then I come on back. I can't take 2 vehicles to Canada and then just bring it all the way back home down south. So that's a good ride. And you know, it's a lot of wear and tear, and as I already got to go through. You know, you got to go through customs, the border check, and all that. I don't want to be doing all that. You know, taking it to Canada, and then that's just a bunch of extra ride. But we might get it worked out. We don't know yet, but we don't even know we're going to Canada for sure yet. So I might, and I might not. But while I'm already in Ohio, but it's a show coming up Saturday in Odin, Illinois. I may go to that. I'm not really for sure, but I don't know if I'm driving a vehicle up there or not. You know, so. But we're definitely gonna take it to some shows and some car shows and meets, and we're gonna get it there. Like I said, we're just not getting it planned, and we're not knowing what to do and what not to do, how far we can go and how far we can't go, because I don't want to get to the show and then burn something up, or stuff start coming apart when I get to the show. So I got to get that worked out before I can just bring it. I'm trying to go ahead and finish editing these videos, and we're gonna be back. But they're just a little update of what we're doing with the build and coming along with the made of steel content. I like to get some demos, guys, when I go to these shows. So if I can get the demo, I sure appreciate it that way. I can bring the content here to the channel, and y'all appreciate it. Some of y'all watch channels, some of y'all don't, who I get demos from. But if you do, yeah, I sure appreciate that demo. That way I can get a good long length of video. If I'm not, you don't have to. This is your own build. If you can, try to turn the volume down, like when you're talking. That way, the people on the channel won't get mad at me because they can't hear you talking. Tell them what's in the build. Tell them what you're gonna do with it next. All the information that you want to tell. Some people want to know how to contact you, follow you, because they like the build and they want to be able to ask questions about what you have and how you did it. And if you can help them, or maybe you sell something, I don't know. That way you can understand what you're saying in the video, because sometimes people like leave the volume up very loud and then they try to talk over the music, and that just doesn't work, you know, as far as trying to make sure the audio quality is good. Of course, I can bring microphones and things like that you see in the background. I got a bunch of microphones, wireless mics. I got the whole setup, but it just doesn't do any good with loud music, which the microphone I got on now would. I got a couple of these kind of mics where I can do it, where I can tone out the music in the background. But some people don't want to talk that much, so which is okay. But that's just what we're gonna do, and our best to get the best content or whatever we can bring. And the outside views, y'all know we're gonna do that. I'm doing those most of the time. I'm releasing that content first before I release the actual demo videos. And like I say, I'm putting a lot of these shorter videos all together. That way, just be one long video. You could just put it on your TV or your phone, just let it play while you're at work. Well, I don't know if you should do it when you're at work, but y'all do it anyway. So be sure to watch me if you're at work. But anyway, while you're sitting at home watching your TV, you know, I guess that's it. So y'all be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. Use the links down below. Go to Cardio Connect, pick up some merch. Be sure to use the discount codes over there on your next car audio purchase. I may have said that too fast, because I don't think some people know what I'm saying, because maybe I'm talking too fast sometimes. And maybe it's the accent from where I'm at. But I don't know. Be sure to hit that notification bell. I'm going to see y'all back on the next one.
You got the right equipment, ain't gonna tune me right.
Be sure to check out CarAudioConnect.com and shop BASSWITHKEV.com for top car audio brands. I appreciate your support.